The Rock and Roll Tarot Deck. It's a groovy deck designed to unlock your psychic potential. Combining the iconic tarot imagery of Pamela Coleman Smith with rock poster art to reveal a fresh new take on an ancient oracle. Each card contains keywords to help memorize the meanings, but as you progress, the text shapes may change and morph to reveal much more. Allow your mind to wander so that Spirit can communicate with you through the illustrations on the cards. The Rock and Roll Tarot Deck is a full 78 card deck. The extra large size enables you to see the cards clearly and enjoy the vibrant artwork. Created by spiritual artist Vickie, who is a seasoned tarot reader herself, this beautiful deck is meant to grow with you as you progress forward on your path. Be sure to tune into Vickie's YouTube channel for free monthly card readings and broadcasts from the universe. Hello, Gemini. Thanks for joining me for what month is this anyway? April 2016. I'm so over the moon because my deck is out. Finally, we're going to be using the actual Rock and Roll Tarot deck. This is the box. And these are the cards. Here they are. It's finally out. There's some few tweaks I'm going to do to change it, but for now, I'm just so excited to be using it. I'm just discovering so much about it. It's so fun. And then, of course, as always, we'll pull a card from... Is there just one there? Okay, this is your card. I'm going to set it aside till later. I feel like that's your card. I'm going to just set it aside. We'll put it like under the book. And instead of shuffling later, we'll just pull it out and look at it later. What was I talking about? I don't know. Let's get on to the reading. Oh, I had a couple more things I want to tell you before we start. I did change up my cloth because there were some other readers on YouTube that, or another ones, people pointed out to me that had a real similar looking cloth and everything, and they thought it was me. And so I got a new deck. Let's do a new background, and eventually we'll do the whole, you know, the little custom JPEG thing, but I don't really want to mess with it now because I'm so wiped from working on this deck, but I'm so excited to be using it. I also have that new coloring book out, but I didn't have time to get that here. It's not come yet, my actual physical copy, and I couldn't wait to start using the cards. If you don't, I hope you get a message here. If you don't get the message, then possibly check your rising sign and your moon sign for more stuff. All right, so let's get going on the Gemini. April 2016 reading here. I think a couple of these want to come out. Oh. Well, you guys may be going through some struggle, but let's see what else it has to say. Okay. Gemini, what's been going on for you for April? What is the haps? What is the haps for Gemini for April 2016, Gemini? Gemini. I have to stop looking at these cards because I think eventually I'm going to redo this spread to less cards because there's so much we can get into with this. And I'm seeing stuff right now. I was saying Gemini and I'm seeing that. But let's go Gemini, April. What is going on for you guys? I got a couple cards here. I'm going to put that one and I'm going to put that one. Gemini, April 2016. Gemini. One, possibly, if I can get just one. Wow, well that was a good one. That was definitely a good one. I'm glad we waited for that one to come out, because that's awesome. I mean, you looks like you guys have been through some stuff here. I mean, you got quite a few sword cards, I have to say. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sword cards. But the very last card out is the World, so that's awesome. I'm going to hold up one of the very first cards to talk about a little. And, you know, it's so funny because you have one of the worst cards in the deck, but then you have one of the best cards in the deck. So it's just all over the place. I'm going to show you each card, and you can freeze frame them if you want to really get into it. The first one I'll talk about the most, just to kind of explain where I'm coming from. There's whole words, and you can sit and, if you're a beginner reader, you can read the whole word: devastated, agony, ruin, victim, you know, Ten of Swords. But what's the reason that the colors are all blendy? I'm going to do different versions of these colors too, eventually. But it's because I want you to let your mind kind of flow through here. If any letter stands out to you, that could be an initial or a word. If you think that, excuse me, I need a drink. If you think you've misread it or your mind's playing tricks on you, like you see it and it looks like a different word, that's it. It's happening. Let it happen, okay? So, but I'm going to hold each card up, but not as long as that one. You can freeze frame if you really want to look at it. And if you guys are picking up stuff and seeing words that I'm not seeing, and then definitely tell me in the comments if you don't mind. You got the 2 10s are the very first 2 cards out. So that's the ending. 10 is the ending. 10 is the culmination, the end. So it's time for a change. You've taken this as far as it's going to go. It's not going to go any, it ain't going to get any worse from where you've been. You've been through the worst with these cards. I'll hold this one up too. That's not as bad as the other one, but it is like you're carrying around this heavy burden and everything. And then you have strength in reverse, and I'm not going to show it upright because I want you to look at it in reverse, because there's shapes and symbols in the upside down letters that are even more so, you know, there's even more stuff to look at, right? Yeah, so, you know, strength in reverse is like, I've been through it. You have strength and have patience, but it's like, boy, I'm running out of patience here. I'm really running out of patience. I don't know how much more I can go on with this. Well, I'm here to tell you, not much more. You don't have to worry about it much more. All the young dudes carry the news, and the Page of Pentacles, of course, brings news of money. And because he's a pentacle, represents earth signs, and we are going to move into the sign of Taurus this month, Gemini. We will be moving into Taurus on the 19th of April. So, if nothing else, by the end of the month, things should really be squared away. I think that's why we've got this big transition. You know, we've got this devastation to the world. I mean, the world's the best card in the deck, practically. The world and the sun are probably the 2 best cards in the deck. So if you saw this negative stuff, don't get discouraged, because there's definitely good stuff coming. You know, the news is coming about this Page of Pentacles. The news of money comes, lines up with justice. Justice will be done, and often can talk about legal stuff, like court cases, documents being signed, contracts, deeds is on here, one of the words that's on here. But justice is also just justice will be done. Like whatever went wrong, they'll get theirs. That's often a part of it. Because this is a lot of emotional stuff here with all this swords. This isn't just like, yeah, I was in a bad place and, oh, I get the money and I'm okay. No, I mean, there's still emotional things that you got to work through. Or maybe some of you went through a horrible divorce or something like that. And maybe this is like the divorce is final. I hate to say it, but it could be. Whatever it is, you're back. You're gone through the worst of it. This is. I'll put these cards up too. This is heartbreak and sorrow. This is what I'm feeling about still carrying the emotional stuff, and it's a decision. 2 of Swords. So this decision is made. It's your decision, but it's also when that card shows right next to justice. Often it's like the legal decision has come down and it's gone in your favor, or whatever decision has been made. And maybe you get the contract job. They make a decision because the decision lines up with Ace of Pentacles. So I do feel like this decision is going to increase your income, and with the world being right with it, we're talking some kind of major increase. The Ace of Pentacles is just the beginning. It's not where the world shows, like maybe where it could go or where it could end up leading you, you know. These are more cards of emotional stress and being distraught. Both of them. You feel very stressed out. You feel like something's been taken away from you unfairly. This card is definitely of your own doing, though. If you look close, there's this big opening. And with the blindfold, she doesn't see. I think it's a girl, actually, but this person doesn't see. They're so caught up in worry and fear and everything that they can't see. They're not seeing things clearly. Don't look so much in the outer world. That's what all this is, because High Priestess is so drawing me in. And it's in the upright position. And the High Priestess is, what does your inner voice tell you? It can be dreams. It can be everything. Anything that's not. This is the outside world, and this is what your inner world is. And your inner world will reflect your outer world too. So you're projecting, your inner thoughts and feelings are projecting out, broadcasting to the universe, you know, as I say. I'm sure if you can get past some of this, there's some messages there for you that are only for you, okay? Trust your feelings. How do you feel? Senses. What do you sense? The vibes, omens. Things are showing up to tell you, to show you this. But sometimes when we're very stressed out, or we're going through a traumatic breakup, or some kind of big, traumatic situation, sometimes it can be really hard to get in touch with that energy. But this is imperative. Happened again. The word intuitive turned into imperative. I love these cards. I'm so stoked that this is actually happening. It's like freaking me out, but I love it. But I was looked at intuitive and it said imperative. Okay, so this is imperative that you do this. That you get with that inner vibe. You get with that. You find a peaceful place. You don't let worry overtake you. Stress and worry just overtake you. Because I promise there's something really cool coming. I mean, this is some good stuff. And this justice and the young dude carrying the news. Granted, it may take until we get into Taurus for this to manifest for you guys, which again is around the 19th and beyond. But the thing you can do now is start with that inner manifestation, that inner calmness, that inner... The High Priestess is not worried one bit. Look at her. She's as cool as a cucumber. I just saw this... I'm looking at it in the camera to make sure I have it on screen. I mean, in the viewfinder thing. And this just said zilch. I love these cards. I gotta cut this down to just because I could just sit here all day and just look at these words and see what they say. But so I want to say somebody's gonna get zilch. If you're fighting somebody in a court battle, maybe that's what that meant. Or maybe zilch is such a weird word. Maybe that had a special message for somebody. Maybe somebody always said zilch or something, If it is, let me know, But anyways, yeah, so I want to move on to the animal totem. Normally I'd be shuffling, but we have it right here. But just real quickly, if you check that eye in the sky, that little eye, you can find out all about all my stuff, including the coloring book, which I don't have at hand right this minute. And don't forget to hit subscribe. If you want to follow me on Facebook, there's a link below along with links to everything. So what is it? The dove. Oh, cool. The minute I saw that, I heard that Stevie Nicks, just like the white-winged dove, sings a song that sounds like she's singing, ooh, baby, ooh. Ooh, baby, ooh. You got some good stuff coming with the world. You might want to look up that song, that Stevie Nicks song. I can't even think of what it is. The white-winged dove, is that the name of it? I can't think of it. But anyways, let's read the card. I may not be putting up every card on the end, so really take a look. You can freeze frame all this stuff, and I want you to, and really look at it. If you guys are picking up stuff that I don't see, then do it. I hear Lux there. It's flux, but I hear Lux, like L-U-X-E, and I'm not even sure what that means or what that even is. But that's just popping out at me. If I keep looking at these cards, we're going to be here all day reading these messages. I think I'm going to have to cut the reading down shorter. Not shorter, but less cards, so I can really get into it. Anyways, back to this, sorry. Peace, hope, faith, and love. Marriage, partnership, union. Nurturing the divine feminine. That's exactly what I was talking about with the High Priestess. Utterances of souls departed. Yeah, what did I pick up about that? Yeah, if somebody says zilch, I was almost going to go on to say that could be like somebody who's passed on, but this divine feminine, that is totally... That's the High Priestess. Well, it's the second word I put on here. Intuition, feminine. So it's that going within. It's that these sword stuff. And you guys are Geminis. I know you're air signs and you rule the mind and the mental. Sometimes you can get really in your head here. So you got to get out of your head and into your heart a little. And it doesn't have to be any kind of just stop doing this. It doesn't have to be, I'm going to go away to an ashram and meditate for, it doesn't have to be that extreme at all. Or even meditate at all. But just find a way to find that peace and quiet, and you got to take some time to shut that stuff down. Because that stress will kill you. I mean, it'll just really do a number on you in so many ways. Not only for your physical body, but just for it squashes or it squelches or zilches out your manifesting of positive things. You know, it puts the kibosh on it. It squashes it. Okay. And I'm sure for many of you there's real good reasons why you have to be upset, and you got to feel those feelings. But also that dove, that's the other thing about this card before we wrap it up, is that dove dropping that branch or picking it up? Don't overthink it. What does it seem like to you? Because that means something. If you're dropping the branch, then you're done dealing with it. If you're picking it up, then you're going to, you know, it's the olive branch. You're going to make peace. That's something, just a little extra thing. Okay, hey, thanks everybody for all you do for the channel, including donating, which really makes these readings be free. Donating, liking, sharing, commenting, all the stuff you do. I want to hear your comments about the cards, but if you see anything in there, I'm so stoked, I can't wait. Okay, and I just saw sop in here. Like sopping, sop it up or something. Like I said, we can go on forever with these cards, but I can't go on forever, so we're going to have to wrap it up. Remember, you are love and beauty incarnate. Have a great April, and I'll speak to you soon.